What's going on, guys? In today's video I will be giving you a guide on how to make a slime farm in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And in this, the first thing that you will need is to find where a slime chunk is. You can do this with chunk-based seed map, and you can find a slime chunk and get their direct coordinates for it. I'm currently on one because, well, it's a tutorial. I'm trying to make this a little fast for you guys. But going straight down, you're gonna mine all the way down to +10 on the Y level, so the up and down coordinate. And then once you make it all the way down there, you're gonna want to mine yourself out a 16 by 16 area, because this is about an entire chunk where the slimes will be spawning. So this is very important to keep in mind, because you're gonna be able to light the whole area, because slimes still spawn even when there's daylight out and or just a lot of light in general. So this is a very important thing. Keep it lit up so nothing else spawns. But I'm gonna dig this area out. I hope you guys just can enjoy and get a little nice montage out of it. Wait, I also forgot. You're gonna want to light up any areas if you do happen to dig it into a cave. And if you don't if you don't light it up enough, then there's a high chance that the slime may not even spawn where you want them to spawn. And if that, they may just not spawn enough. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I'm all done though. Now that we have the whole area dug out, we have to make sure that this area is also 3 blocks tall, because if not, the slime will suffocate in random spots and split into 2, and you will not get as good of a collection method out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna just take out the ceiling, and I'll get back to you guys when I finish up with that. Okay, so we got the area mined out, we got it filled in all the way, so it is a nice little square. This should be 16 by 16, and when you come over to one of the corners, you go up, including the block you were originally on, up by 8, and then you go from there and go into the middle by 8, including the same block that you were on. And this should lead you to the middle of the area, at least for the most part. And you're going to want to dig out a 4x4 square so that you are able to just, well, have a good collection area for all the slimes to land in. And I do not recommend doing this if your area is, well, a cave. It's just not going to work out very well. That's my personal take on it. Obviously you see me doing it right now. This is just for a tutorial. This is where the slime chunk said it was. Could have probably chose a better one, but you know, I want to get the tutorial out for you guys, so I'm going to go with it anyways. But seeing this now, this is what it should look like. It is, like I said, a 4x4 area, and you're going to want to dig this down to about 4 blocks deep. Yeah, that's about how deep it should be. And once you get all the way down there, you will want to make sure that you place 15 magma cubes. Not magma cubes, magma blocks. Yeah, you're gonna want to place 15 magma blocks, and that'll make it so that that will be what does the damage for all of the slimes. So as you can see, I placed cobblestone by accident, but 15, and you will fill that all the way in, and because it is 4x4, that'll be a 16 spot to fill in. And going through that right now, you will notice that, well, it gives it 1 spot to be left open. And if you're in a cave, like I said, this just probably isn't a good idea, especially if you're playing in a survival world, which I don't see you doing this in any other scenario. So my recommendation would definitely be just to, yeah, choose a better area for this than what I have chose in this video. Do as I say, not as I do. You know, that's a pretty good saying to live by in this kind of circumstance. Nonetheless, so you're going to want to fill this area in if you are in a cave, so that you can just make sure that they're not going to be jumping out of the area. But I left this area open, and we're going to dig out a little bit farther in. And this is because we will have this be our collection area. So coming over here real quick, gotta break that real fast. So you place 2 chests, and you want to make sure that it's a double chest so that it all collects into the same chest in a sense. And after that, you're going to put glass over top that. And the reasoning for this is because, well, if you open up a chest and it is under glass, it will still stay open. So yeah, next thing is that you're going to want to put a hopper going into that chest, and that'll make it so that everything that is collected will go directly into the chest, so that there's no confusion or anything that is not going to the area that it needs to be going. Next thing you want to do is take a glass pane, and you will put that over your hopper, and that'll make it so that, well, things can still fall through, but it'll also keep things from going in the areas that you don't want them to be. So yeah, that's very nice and very convenient, to be honest. Then you're going to want to place a bucket of water in the opposite corner of where you put the chest in the hopper, and you're gonna definitely have some trouble here because you're going to want to try to line up the bottom hole that you just made and put that exact same square on top. Again, this will be a 4x4 square, so keep that in mind and just try to make it. I dug in at a pretty bad area. I'd recommend digging in more so in the corner of what you're trying to do. I just got some pretty bad coordinates for it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what you're supposed to be doing. I think you could do this a lot better than what I'm doing currently, but hey, it is what it is. And as you can see, I'm going to each corner just so that I can easily have it, well, lined up with our other one. So yeah, you're going to want to make that about 4 blocks tall. And the reasoning for this is because we will be putting a snow golem up there, and the snow golem will be what lures in all of the slime and gets them into our chamber of, what do I call that? How do I not get demonetized? Our chamber of deletion. There we go. That's a good way to say it. And you do want to really make sure that you're keeping track of all this, because I wasn't paying attention, and as you can see, I did build it out a little bit farther than I was supposed to. It is fine. It's an easy fix, especially if you're making this kind of thing creative, but if not, it's a pain in survival just having to do this kind of a process. So I would definitely recommend trying to be as frugal about it so you do not have to repeat the same processes at all. Anyways, now that we have this part done, we're going to take out some slabs, and we're going to make it so that this is met up in the middle. And actually, hold up, I am going to make this a little bit taller before I do that. I don't know, I think we should have it a little taller than what I just made it. But yeah, like I said, we're going to take out some slabs, and those slabs we are going to use for making a little platform for our snow golem to sit on. So pushing it from here, we're going to take it out into the middle, and we are going to make a 2x2 square, and that'll keep it so that our snow golem has an area to lay on, sit on. What do they do? They do something, but nonetheless. And to make the snow golem, you just need 2 blocks of snow, and then you need a carved pumpkin head. It's very similar to the iron golem recipe, just a little simpler. You're going to want to put a fence up there just to make sure that you have it bound to an area. And you're going to want to get a name tag and name that snow golem. So yeah, this I'm just going to take out one of the letters so I could easily name tag it, and that'll just make the process a lot easier for all of us. So coming up here, we're going to place down our snow golem. These are slabs, so you do have to keep that in mind. It will not place exactly where you wanted it to go, but that is not a problem, not for me at least. And you're going to want to fill in that area because I believe the daylight may melt. I don't know. Sorry, I'm so sleep deprived, guys. Anyways, it may melt your snow golem, so make sure you're keeping most light out of there except for unnatural light, hence torches or lanterns. Maybe even shroom lights. I don't know. I did not test that part out. I'm not a snow golem expert. Anyways, gave it a name tag, leashed it up to that fence post, and this is essentially everything that we will need for the main portion of the farm. I did mess up, and I did completely forget to give our area for the chest, well, an area to be able to get access to it. So I'm just going to take it down here. Again, don't do this in a cave. I would recommend doing it in an area that it may be a little open, but the area you're mining into will be fully secured and sealed off, just because it'll give you, well, a lot easier of time. So yeah, and then going over here now, see, easy access to this, and we're definitely going to be adding a little nice finishing touch on this, just because that's kind of not going to be the greatest. What if a slime falls down there, you know? There will obviously be easier ways to do this. So yeah, I'm personally going to grab a trapdoor. Did I miss the trapdoors? I totally missed the trapdoors. That is okay. I'll get back to you guys though when I guess I figure out what I am doing. So yeah. Alright, and there we go. Like I said, place a trapdoor down so that you have easy access into there, and you do not even have to go down there. Now you can just come over here, click on the chest, and you can get in from the top because it is not too far away from you. So yeah, and then you're going to want to mine about 25 blocks away, and that'll make it so that the slime will have a frequent spawn rate, and that will help a lot with everything that you're doing. Another big thing is make sure that your game mode is set to hard, because if it is not, you will not get as good of loot out of everything. That's just the truth of the matter. And then you're going to want to open this area up once the slimes do start to spawn, And the reasoning for that is because it'll give the snow golem free range to be able to hit any of them, and that will draw all of them into our deletion pit. So yeah, very nice and very, very useful. But these do not seem to be spawning too much, so I'm just going to spawn them in myself with some spawn eggs. That is purely due to the fact that I'm in a cave, and I think it is overdoing all the spawns in the area anyways. So, is what it is. That's okay. But you can just come over here and wait for it all to go through. And as you can see, these guys are just falling straight into the trap. This is so easy. It is so nice. And yeah, I like it quite a bit. This is a very easy farm to make. I mean, it's a little time consuming, but if you need plenty of slime, this is where you should go and do these kind of things. We almost got 2 stacks of slime balls from that though. That is so impressive. And obviously this hasn't even been me doing this for more than 5 minutes. Yes, I am spawning them in, but this is just to go to show that this does work, and this is not exactly how it will be going. Obviously they'll be spawning in at a lot more of a natural rate, but is what it is. So yeah. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you can leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.